This is an amazing, beautiful cafe.
So I did an interview yesterday. You have to make sure you come up with like again.
この順番に置いとったら話しやすいってことね、やっぱり。どうも皆さんこんにちは、タビケン留学のケンタです。今日はですね、やっぱオーストラリア行ったら朝カフェ早いですよ。オーストラリアのカフェほんま早いところで5時ぐらいから開いてますからね。ほんで閉まるんも早い、2時とか3時とかなんで、今日はねちょっとオーストラリア人と朝カフェ行ってキャッチアップ、英語での雑談とかスモールトークみたいなところ皆さん見ていただければ、少しでも英語学習とかリスニングであったりだとかに使っていただけるかなと思うんで、よかったら最後まで見てってください。それではカフェ行ってきましょう。壊れた洗濯機みたいな音してんな。これが正しい音。概要欄の LINE から最新の留学ワーホリ情報をチェック。Morning!
Morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
This is an amazing, beautiful cafe.
Yeah, it's nice in the morning. There's not too many people.
Right. So おしゃれ。
Very smart that they made this little roof.
Oh, the roof,
Use
yeah.
the space.
Well, it was supposed to be like it's just a path,
Yeah,
like a walking
correct.
pathway, right?
Yeah, correct. It's like connected to outside.
Ah,
Are you hungry?
I am.
What would you like to get? Have a look at the menu.
Okay.
I'm like kind of hungry, but not too hungry. So
Not too hungry?
hungry, but not.
Come on,
too
it's already 7 a.m. Let's go big. What's the typical Australian breakfast?
Anything with avocado, I think, is quite Aussie.
Okay.
They also have Belgian waffles and banana pancake.
Which one?
Belgian waffles, banana pancake, and saigo. That also looks quite good.
Belgian waffle, yes. It kind of reminds me of Belgium memories. I've been there many times.
Where?
Belgium.
Belgium?
Yeah.
How many times have you been?
Maybe one?
Oh, we've been once. Okay.
Have you been to?
Yes, I have.
How many times?
I think at least 3 times.
What's the best part of Belgium?
I like that the town is quite small.
Oh, yeah,
It's
remember.
not super, far to get to anywhere. And Belgian waffles at every corner.
Yes, like a Japanese convenience
The
store.
little fountain of the little boy peeing.
Oh,
That's very
yes.
famous.
Yes, that's same. I remember that. I really like that. Every corner I grab the waffles.
Okay, is anything that catch your eye?
Maybe avocado toast?
Yeah, they have ava
Right.
and halloumi toast.
Oh yeah, oven and halloumi toast. Yeah. You?
I'm gonna have lunch with a friend after this.
Okay.
So I might have something light. I might get a.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, how are you?
Good, thank you. Would you like to order coffees or a fresh juice?
Yes, I'd like to grab ice long black, please.
Ice on that?
Yes.
And what would you?
Ooh, in fact, I think I might do a juice.
Yes, the green one is very popular. Spinach, celery, apple, lemon, ginger.
Perfect, that's the one I'll
Yeah,
get.
the green one?
Yeah.
And would you like me to come back for breakfast?
Actually, I think we're ready.
Yeah.
Ready?
I'll get the oven and halloumi toast.
Good choice. Would you like
Thank
to
you.
add any bacon, salmon, chorizo?
No.
Just as
Yeah,
it is?
just as it is. Thank you.
I will get a brekkie prosciutto.
Would you like to add any bacon, salmon, chorizo, or
No,
some protein?
that's okay. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
no problem.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you. So how have you been?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, it's only the beginning of the week, right? So
It is.
what are we? Today's Tuesday.
Tuesday. Well, yeah.
So the week only just barely started. Green juice with spinach, celery, lemon, apple, cucumber, and ginger.
オーストラリアってもうほんまヘルシー大国みたいなとこありますからね。健康。その前に健康みたいな。健康第一みたいな感じよね。オーストラリアって。How's your Monday? Monday is the
Busy day,
busy day. Some of the tasks that carry over from last week, right?
So I did an interview yesterday.
In an interview.
Yeah. Yes, I had a final interview with a company that I'm quite excited to work for. So I hope it went well. So the recruiting process is a little different. So basically in Australia, you have there is a couple of different ways of how you can get employed.
Okay.
Sometimes we will look through job seeking websites like Seek or LinkedIn. Other times people just send through their resumes for salaryman.
Do you guys call it salaryman?
No,
like a Japan? なんていうの？
言わないですね。Like for the normal 9 to 5 corporate job, sometimes we can say white collar.
Or white collar? What about OL?
言わないですね。
Office lady, you want?
No.
なんていうの？ Corporate lady.
We just say corporate. I work in corporate.
じゃあ日本の term だな、それは。
そうですね。
Wait, so you applied through LinkedIn or Seek?
Yeah, actually, so I found the job posting on Seek. I attached my resume and my references and I sent it through. Then they came back with confirmation that they got my CV, and then I was invited to like a assessment day.
Like a first screening.
Yeah, kind of like you know what? They sent through an email telling me that I have to do like a initial interview with AI.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh my god, world is changing.
Yeah, it was like an initial conversation with an AI. So this AI was asking me like some questions, and I had to write what the questions are.
Is it a speaking or writing?
It was written. So it's like a message chat box.
Ah,
so
okay.
the AI will ask you a couple of things, and you need to write.
AI is testing you now.
Yeah. It was very interesting. So they brought an AI to chat with me.
What was it about?
Questions on work and how you approach it. Yeah.
So the question is like a very general, common questions like you get like how was your experience, the previous job experience of the stuff?
I think for job interviews, you can't be too generic. Being generic is the way that they phase you out because you're not getting enough information. So you need to give specific examples and how you overcome them. More like star situations.
Star situation 多分この間の動画で言ってるやつね Star, starting from S
Situation, task, action, and resolution. When that's done, I got invited for assessment day. So that's going into the company, meeting like some of the people, understanding a bit about the company and how it works. And then I did like a mini assessment again.
What is a mini assessment?
There was quite a few candidates, so
is it like a one-on-one or is it a group like a discussions or
a group discussions, like a group activity with a couple of candidates.
I really wonder like how the sharing group activity will be. Everyone goes like let me talk, I'll talk.
It just depends. Sometimes you get those people. You just don't know.
How are you?
It's okay. I mean, I feel like I have been through interviews like this before, so I know kind of what to do. The whole point is not to be can't be too bossy.
Not too bossy, but not too
You can't sit back either, yes. And then it's like a little presentation, and then that's it.
Presentation やるの
Yes.
その場で何かもらってそれについてのプレゼンテーション
Just like, it can differ, but the interview I went to, they gave us a whole bunch of questions, and you pick one randomly, and then you just talk about it for 2 minutes.
例えば何があった質問それって
If you're going for like, I guess, a customer related role, it might be a lot of like customer focus related questions. Like, when was the time that you dealt with a frustrated customer, and how did you deal with it under stress? Something like that.
それもらってこれについてどうやってシチュエーションを対応しますか2分間お願いします 緊張するね So the Australian interview process is it's not a big difference from the Japanese one, I guess.
I don't know, I've never been to a Japanese.
You know what? Me neither. I only attended all the Western interviews. I had 10 interviews in Australia.
Okay.
Did you prepare a lot?
Not really. I mean, yes and no. I just read up on what kind of questions, interviews will ask you. Just get a general idea of what kind of things I want to say.
Is there any like a typical phrases that you use for the interviews? Because when I had an interview here, I always remember like kind of memorize a couple of templates, the phrases. Let's say, I believe that I have a skills and qualities for your organization that I gained from my previous experience or something like that,
I see.
So that's like a beginning of the sentence that you can use. Is there any templates that you always kind of use for the interviews?
Not really. Interview in general, you probably want to just learn how to make like the star.
Just a star.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Usually like people want to know like of a situation, what you did,
And
how you overcame it, and what was the result.
It should be very specific, right? So you passed the AI interview and you attended it in person, like first screening, and you had another interview?
Yeah, so yesterday was my final interview.
Final! You made it to the final.
Yesterday was the final interview with like the manager.
Oh my god,
So
that sounds very intense though. How was the atmosphere?
I think in interviews it's very common to be a little bit nervous.
Of course.
And I was definitely a little bit nervous, but I think it's okay. I think just you need to keep in mind that you need to speak clearly and try to get your point across. So otherwise, when you're nervous,
You start mumbling.
correct, you're mumbling.
Stumble.
It's hard to understand what you're really trying to say.
Also, it's kind of Zoom, right? It's basically like also, it's not a face-to-face.
We don't really use Zoom here. We use Teams.
I mean,
mainly.
Teams, like an online interview, right?
Correct.
So sometimes the connection is not really helping you out,
Yeah. Oh, our food is here.
Wow.
Amazing.
We make our own homemade hummus.
Really?
We also make homemade labneh.
Oh my god, that
Wow.
looks amazing.
That looks amazing.
Thank you for coming.
Thank
you so much.
This is very typical Sheridan breakfast. It's a avo and a halloumi toast, but this is a homemade hummus. Hummus ってアラビックのレバニーズの方のクイズらしいけど、めっちゃうまそうやね。What did you get?
I got bruschetta. So usually bruschetta is like Italian. It's, you know, like on bread with tomatoes, some herbs and oil. But they also made their own labneh, which is the yogurt. And that looks amazing as well.
食レポできるね。あなためちゃめちゃうまそうじゃん。
Yeah, let's dig in.
Looks too nice to eat. Shall we just keep it, not eat?
You can keep it. I'm gonna eat.
Dig in it.
Oh my god, I didn't know that this came with avocado. Yum.
Why so like avocado is so it becoming like a country food, you know?
I don't know. I guess because it's very healthy.
アボカドってさ、一番オーストラリアで取れる？収穫が一番多いのがアボカド、オーストラリア。
I don't think so. I think maybe Mexico.
ハムスうまっ。
Oh my god. Can I try?
Yeah. ハムスやばいやろ。
Yeah, it's very nice. I wasn't very hungry, but now that I'm looking at this,
It hit your appetite.
correct.
This breakfast is so good.
This is so good.
うまっ。まるで卵のナイアガラの竹や。So how did the final interview go?
Usually, final interview is like one-on-one. I don't know. I think I did okay. I did the best that I could. So now it's we'll have to just wait and see.
What kind of question did you get?
Like a lot of behavioral questions.
What's the common questions to be asked?
It really depends on what industry you're doing.
But in general.
They usually ask you to walk through your CV. Sometimes you have people asking you what is your greatest strength, what is your weakness, why do you want to apply for our company, what makes you think you're a good fit for our company. It just really depends on what industry.
Yeah, but like they asked me what are my three strengths? おー、なるほどね。例えばチームワークとかポジティビティみたいな。
Yes, correct.
他は What questions commonly you get?
So they asked me about tell me a bit about yourself, what have you been doing up until now, why do you want to work for this role, 3 skills that you have that are good for this role.
Wow, 3 skills.
And then tell me about a time when you worked with a team under pressure to meet a deadline.
あー、なるほどね。締め切り近い時にどうしましたかみたいな。それでも急に言われたら答える難しいね。頑張りましたぐらいしか出てこへん。
You have to make sure you come up with again the STAR technique.
じゃあ全部スターシチュエーション結構乗り越えられる？
I think most people, depends on again what industry you're interviewing for. Most of the time when they ask you for a question like that, they're looking for give an example, what you did and what was the result. Or what did you learn from it?
Because as long as you remember the start, even if you don't know what to say, but you can start it with think about a situation. Okay, task, action, and resolution. この順番に置いとったら話しやすいってことね。But if they ask me what are 3 strength skills? 難しいな。明るい？
Yeah, you can say positive attitude,
Positive attitude.
teamwork, great communication skill.
ティピカルすぎない？大丈夫。As long as if you back up with the explanations, then 大丈夫ってこと？ Can you tell me what are my 3 strengths?
I don't know you well enough to...
You know me, can you tell me? Because what you think your strength and then what other people think what your strength is kind of different, right? So can you name one, at least just one?
Yeah, positive attitude.
Positive?
Or can-do attitude. You
Okay.
feel like you can do everything.
Thank you. How long was the final interview for?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
I always feel like the interview is going really well when it's longer than the actual time.
People always say this is a very important thing in an interview. At the last, if they ask you, hey, do you have any questions?
Oh yeah. You should definitely ask questions.
何をこれ俺いつも言いたいかいつも迷うんよ。
You need to ask questions because it shows you that you've done research about the company and you're curious about the company. So I think good questions to ask is can you tell me what kind of career progression?
なるほどね。
Or you can ask the recruiter, whoever's interviewing you, can you tell me your favorite part about working at this company?
Oh, that's a good question. It's more natural, right?
Yeah. You shouldn't ask about okay, tell me about the pay. You should kind of show some kind of interest about your eagerness to grow with the company. So you want to know what your career progression is for the long term, or why do other people enjoy working at the company?
なるほど。カンパニーカルチャー、会社の文化とどれくらい成長の機会があるかね。それめちゃめちゃいい。覚えとったもん。
It's different because I think if you're getting a part-time job at a cafe, being a waiter.
I would like to see what kind of career progress.
Yeah, I don't think there is any career progression in that because it is a part-time role.
バイトでは使わん方がいいよね。バイトではどっちかっていうと What's the schedules like? What's the shift
What's my
schedule like?
shift schedule is like?
Wow, that's great. You had a big day actually yesterday. I hope you'll make it.
Yeah, me too.
Finger crossed.
I'm not too worried about the interview. I'm mostly worried about what's going to happen after the interview because there's still a lot more criteria and things I will need to do if I progress to the next level.
Let me know if I can help you out.
Oh, thank you.
Some way.
No, I think I'll be alright. But thank you for suggesting.
Well, at least I can give my positivity.
That's true.
I don't have anything else. That's only one skills that I have.
It was really nice catching up with you.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Keep you updated.
Keep me updated.
Alright.
It's on me. Hey, I like to pay. Oh, yeah. How are you?
How was everything?
Oh, it's really good. Oh, my hummus was really good. It's really nice. Thank you. So you're heading to the city, yeah?
Yes.
Anyway, 今日のビデオが良かったなと思う人はチャンネル登録、そしていいねよろしくお願いします。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。See you tomorrow.